Sarah, are you there?
Yeah, I am. How are you?
You're just watching me do weird stuff in the background while you sit there in silence?
Oh no, I'm actually looking up something on my phone while you were doing that. Sorry,
Sarah, remind me, you're the former doctor, right?
I am.
Cool. And this is gonna be easy today. Easy peasy. How has your December been so far? Has it been slow like everybody else, or are you crushing it and you are the unicorn this month?
Not as bad as I thought it might be. I've
Good.
got people who are gung ho to go, and um, I think I just looked at the stats with Amy. And
Where are
of
we
course,
at?
my mind is such that I look at something and I can't remember what it looked at. But yeah, so it's pretty good. I think I have like 5 new members this month, so I'm
Okay.
pretty happy with that.
And how many have we lost?
None this month.
That's great. So we are probably at like 65, 70 total members.
Not quite.
What are
I
we
started
at?
out very small gym. I'm looking here. I'm at 53 right now.
Oh, 53. Okay. I remember us talking and you said if I can get to 80, I'd be pretty ecstatic.
Oh my God, yeah, I will. But you know what? That's going to be a while. My short-term goal is 65.
Okay.
If I get to 65 by sometime in the spring, I'll be very happy with that.
Okay.
Uh,
Cool.
yeah. Yeah, let's see. 5 new clients this month so far. So that's pretty good. Um, yeah, for December, I'm happy with that actually.
Okay, cool.
Hmm.
Cool, cool.
Yeah.
Got a couple other people jumping in here. We'll go guys about like 3 minutes and then we'll get rocking and rolling just to respect everyone's time.
Is your
Sarah,
side
out
though?
of curiosity,
Definitely not. I mean,
how
it is
would
by me.
what's up, Jake? Sarah, out of curiosity, how would you rate your sales acumen?
So I was gonna say that. It doesn't matter that I have it. It matters that you bought it.
Uh, Getting better. Uh,
Good.
when I first started, it was probably like a 3, but I feel like I'm definitely up in the 6 to 7 range. I'm learning so much from you guys.
What
Uh,
has changed for you? Is it reps? Is it finding your voice and style? Is it just like why do you feel like you've gotten better at sales?
Well, first of all, I think, it brings out the doctor in me because I remember, was it Robert when he was saying that, you kind of have to act like a doctor, what have you
Yeah.
done? Da, 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 da. I'm like, that all came rushing back to me because I am a doctor and I did that. So that helped a lot. And also, Amy's helped a lot in terms of role playing and also just some suggestions on things I can do to, just little sentences I can interject here and there. So I think it's
Nice.
gotten a lot better.
Cool. I love that. And if I were to ask you what's the difference between where you're at now and being a doctor in terms of people listening to you, what's the difference, do you think?
Um, you mean like in a consultation?
Like,
Uh,
how many times did someone walk into your doctor's office and was like, "Yeah, I'm not going to listen to your advice"?
oh, rarely. Yeah,
So, what do you think the difference is?
there isn't any really. They should be listening to my advice even here.
Well, I think, to be honest, I think there is a difference. Unfortunately, as much as I love fitness, there's a low barrier to entry to get into this industry. And you probably went through 8 years of medical school. So I think there's just a different level of trust. And I think that's the biggest difference. And we'll talk about that today. Like, establishing trust with somebody quickly and getting rid of this persona of like, I'm going to sell you something, right? Like putting that doctor's hat on and being like, hey, I'm here to help you. And at the end of the day, like, if it doesn't make sense for either of us, let's not force this kind of thing, right? It's the difference, you know? Um, I want to respect everyone's time. Jake, so before we actually jump into that, goal of today, you guys, as we kind of round out the year, I want to use the time today to go over basic objections you guys are getting on your end, and we can role play through some scenarios where you guys are getting stuck. How I usually like to do this is I will be the client that's going to give you guys some heartache. You guys are going to be the coach, and then we'll use each other for feedback. So, for example, if Jake and I are going to go, Jake's Jake, and I'm the client looking to sign up. Maybe Elaine or Marcella, you guys provide feedback to Jake, and then we'll just do round robin like that. Does that sound good?
Yep.
And everyone has to participate. It's mandatory. So you can sign off now if you do not want to participate. But this is how you get good at this stuff, guys. It's meant to be fun. It's not here to criticize each other. It's gonna be a good time. So Jake, you turned the camera to this lovely gentleman. Who am I speaking to now?
He does the sales, so it would be way more appropriate
All right. Jake's
for
just
him
gonna
to
sit in the
do.
background and laugh a little bit, right? That's about it.
Not even at all. It's just it would be a little bit of a waste. I mean, not a
Okay.
waste, but he does all of our
Okay.
sales. So
So quick, you guys, let's go quick round robin. Jake, give me your top 3 objections right now when you're sitting across from somebody.
yeah, I'm gonna have Cody answer that because he literally meets with everyone. I would have no
Okay.
idea.
Okay.
I think-
Cody, rock and roll, dude. What you got?
Solid question. I think one of the number one ones would probably be one of the most common just across the board, and that's, hey, I got to talk to my spouse.
it.
I got to think about it. It would be another one, and then
Okay.
I'd say probably money would be the third.
Beautiful. And would you agree with me, Cody, that the first 2 are really just an indirect way of saying this number 3? Kind of, right? Right?
Yeah, usually. Yep.
Cool. Elaine, give me your top 3 sales objections. This place is too intimidating. Elaine's too jacked. I can't handle this. What do you got?
I wish that was what people said. And just like,
You got
you're
too
too
much muscle on that
scary.
body?
Yeah, you're too scary. You're too buff for me.
What you got?
Yeah, same thing. A lot of times it's too expensive.
Okay.
I need to talk to my spouse. Honestly, like when I hear a lot of those, I could tell, like, for me, it's like lack of trust or they're insecure. So like just aspects of, I don't know if I could do this,
Cool.
something like that too. So I don't know if I'll like it, especially if they haven't tried it before. Those are some objections I get.
Okay, so you said possibly being insincere, lack of trust, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. We'll talk about that. And it's really kind of they are being insincere because they don't trust you, right? So we'll talk.
Yeah, I mean, like I could tell, like if I'm in the sales process and like they don't trust me, I could kind of feel it out. But at that point, it's just like probably effed up somewhere in the process. So yeah.
Cool. I'll tell you guys a story before we jump into it. We'll get there soon here. Let's see. We got more people jumping in. Sarah, Dr. Fredrickson, give me your top 3 sales objections.
Oh man, don't call me doctor. That's long past. Anyway, money definitely. One guy, actually, I had a couple people say, well, I think I'd like to join, but I'd like to see a class first. Can I come watch a class?
So what does that mean? How would you unpack that? What does that mean when someone says that?
That means that they don't trust me. They want to see for themselves exactly what we do.
I need to see what's going on. I need to see people sweating and moving in order for me to feel good about this, because there's a certain type of movement and sweat that I prefer, right? People are funny.
But I pretty much discouraged that because you never know what the workout's going to be that day, and you don't want them coming watching Murph or something like that because they'll never join then.
Guys, it's 1 rep max snatch day. I want you to watch this class. Tell me what you think. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, totally get it. Mr. Beasley, give me your top 3. What do you got, buddy?
Yeah, for me, definitely price, time, busy schedule, and then spousal objection.
Love it. So again, another way of saying price.
Yes.
Okay. And Amanda, I don't know if we've ever met each other before. Nice to meet you. Give me your top 3.
Hey, sorry. Yeah, so I'd say our top 3 objections are definitely, hey, I got to talk to my spouse, or people get really close to signing up and then they're like, right now it's the holidays, life is busy, there's too much going on, I just can't commit. And then price hasn't really been an issue, but every now and then it comes up. It's more time commitment, and we kind of demand that people put in 3 days a week and commit for 3 months. So
yeah. Cool. Awesome. And then Marcella, round us out here. Top 3. Are you there, Marcella?
She wrote in the chat that she might not be able to come through.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Not a problem, Marcella. You can be a fly on the wall. Cool. All right, guys. So let's talk about this real quick. So common threads here. Talk to my spouse. Think about it. Money. all of this kind of revolves around the same things, right? Like being insincere and actually trusting you, right? And there's a couple of things I want to go over with you guys, because raise your hand on this call if you got into gym ownership to be a professional salesperson. 100%, myself included. When you guys think of sales, how many of you, raise your hand, feel like the standard kind of like pressure tactics? I need to make this person do something or convince this person to do something. Also very common. Okay. So what I want you guys to think about is it's very similar to how we talk about coaching, right? I think most of us got into this because we're really good at coaching and building relationships. So there's a couple of stylistic things you guys can do in your sales process to bring out the coach in you and not have to worry about being this like Wolf of Wall Street kind of salesperson, right? So first thing I want you guys to think about, right? Establishing trust with people up front. So what I want to do is, who wants to be Cody, do you want to be a bothersome client? And we can go through this together and I'll be the salesperson and we'll just go back and forth. Cool. We're going to do two different versions of this, you guys. And I want you to pay attention to just stylistically what I do different and see how Cody responds. Okay. All right, Cody. So, hey, Cody, thanks so much for coming in today. Would love to learn more about you. Yeah, man, rock and roll. Let's go. Tell me a little about you and what you're looking for.
Yeah, man. Honestly, I'm looking to lose some weight. I've been struggling to get the weight off for a while now. And I feel like I'm stuck in a rut. I don't know what to do.
Okay, cool. What have you been doing up until this point?
I've tried a couple things. I've tried Orange Theory. I've tried a couple different diets, carnivore, keto, and nothing seems to work. I see some progress for, a month or two, and then it seems to drop off. And then I as a result, stopped going. I stopped trying.
Got you. And what got you interested in checking out CrossFit Devotion?
Honestly, I saw the ad on Facebook, and it said they were looking for five guys that were wanting to get stronger and be held accountable. So clicked the link and just wanted to check it out and see what it's about.
Cool, man. So, I mean, based on everything that you're telling me, I think what would work super best for you is our 12-week on-ramp program. It includes group fitness plus nutrition, and the starting price is $500 per month for the first 3 months. How does that sound to you?
Honestly, man, that sounds expensive. That's way out of my budget.
Okay. When you were telling me that, you wanted to make all this progress and you were frustrated and all this stuff, what would it mean to you to be able to solve all those problems with us?
I mean, it'd be great to solve all that. That'd be awesome. I'd love to lose that, but at that price point, I honestly can't afford that.
Pause right there, you guys. So that was me selling in a way that's super uncomfortable for me. I don't like selling that way. I think there's a better way to frame this. And so I'm going to give you guys a slightly different style on this, and watch what I do stylistically and just see if this resonates with you more. Okay. Hey, Cody, thanks so much for coming in today, man. I really appreciate you taking the time. How I usually use these consultations is I just want to learn a lot about you, just see if we're a good fit for what you're looking for. Worst case or best case scenario, if it all sounds good, we could talk about next steps. Worst case scenario, if it's not a good fit, I'll at least point you in the right direction so you feel like you didn't waste your time. Does that sound like a good plan?
That sounds great.
Cool, man. Awesome. So, where do you feel like you're struggling the most with right now? Is it like the fitness side of things, nutrition, accountability, all of the above? Like where do you feel like you need the most help?
100% accountability. I feel like when I've been in the gym in the past, I go for a little bit, and then I feel like I'm not pushing myself very hard. I get bored, and then I just stop going.
Dude, I totally understand. So like, I've been doing this for a living, and I myself still need accountability when it comes to this stuff. Totally understand where you're coming from. Tell me a little bit about like the last 3 to 6 months. What have you been doing up until this point?
So I tried F45, did that for about a month. And again, I got bored. I really didn't feel like I was being pushed or coached to the best of my ability. I tried a keto diet to try and lose some weight, and same thing. I followed it for about a month and a half. And I just felt like I wasn't seeing the progress I wanted to, so I fell off.
Got it. What did you like about F45, just out of curiosity?
Honestly, I love the team environment. I love being around other people.
So you feel like that type of energy is somewhere like an environment where you feel very successful?
100%. Yeah.
Cool. And then you said like the thing that it didn't quite solve for you was the accountability piece. You just felt like you were like member number 35 in class and stuff like that.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
Okay, cool. And then tell me a little bit about like your experience with the keto and carnivore side of things. Like what made you curious about going down that road? What worked well for you? What didn't work well for you?
After some Google searches, it seemed to be the diet that people had a lot of success with. I've had some friends do it and lose a bunch of weight. And so I gave it a try, and I lost like 5 pounds in that first month, but it was just exhausting to keep up with. It was really strict, you know, so it's cool to lose the weight, but at the same time, it was not sustainable.
Got it. What did you learn about yourself in that process? Just because like I sit across from a lot of people throughout the day, throughout the week, and it's a very similar response when they talk about like super restrictive diets like that. So I'm just curious, like, what did you learn about yourself kind of going through that process?
I learned that I really don't want it to be that complicated. I felt like I was keeping track of literally everything, like can only eat so many carbs in a day in order to stay in that keto state. And it became too much. I don't want to do that anymore. It seemed like a lot of work for not a lot of return.
Understood, man. Yeah. Yeah, so I think like, well, actually, first of all, is there, I know this is a big decision, right? Like, and I have a wife, and usually like when I make big purchasing decisions, like I probably need to get her opinion on this. Like, I just want to make sure before we go even further, like, is this like, would you feel comfortable having this conversation at this point in time? Or do you feel like we possibly need to bring her into like a follow-up consultation if we were to move forward?
I might want to bring her by just to make sure that I'm not making her mad and spending money that she doesn't want me to spend.
Totally understand, man. Yeah, no, I get it. I'm the same way. So here's the good news. I told you, like, if I felt like we could help you, I would let you know. So we could definitely help you. There's a couple of different avenues that we can take. Some of it, I think, is going to be based on like me trying to solve the problem that you have. And some of it's just going to be based on your preference. So like, it's not so much of like either or, it could be just like, you tell me what you feel like is going to work best for you. Okay. So because you've done F45, you have experience. I think you'd be highly successful going into like our large group sessions. The starting price for that here at CrossFit Devotion is $200 a month. Okay. With that, you get an unlimited amount of sessions. You get bi-weekly check-ins with the coach just to make sure like you're making progress. I think that's a really good starting point for you. Now, I know you also mentioned like there is a weight loss component to this as well. We can easily add on our nutrition programming to that as well. That's an extra $300 a month. So it's going to be $500 for the first 3 months. Now, with that nutrition coaching, we'll give you a personalized plan. We'll do weekly check-ins just to make sure you're making progress. We'll make it as simple as possible. So long-term, it's sustainable for you. And this isn't a mountain that you're going to have to conquer ever again. Either or, I would love to start you with fitness plus nutrition, but I understand if that's a big commitment right now. We can also just get you started with fitness. And if you feel like you want to if you want to revisit nutrition, we can talk about that. What sounds best to you?
I mean, it both sounds great, but I'd be leaning more towards the group classes. If I'm being honest, though, I'd still have to check with my wife before committing 100%.
100%, man. So when would be a good time to swing back here with your wife so that we can have this discussion, make sure we're making a good team family decision?
We'll probably swing back here on Friday.
Okay. Looking at my calendar right now, does morning or afternoon work better for you?
Probably say afternoon.
Okay. I have slots at 3 p.m. or 4 p.m. Do either of those slots work for you?
Yeah, I can do 3 p.m.
3 p.m. it is. And just out of curiosity, what's your wife's name? So I can write it down here and keep it in mind.
Brianna.
Perfect. Okay. So Cody and Brianna, Friday, 3 p.m. We'll have this conversation. In the meantime, if you have another question that comes up, feel free to let me know. Okay.
Sounds good.
Cool. Awesome, guys. And cut. Okay. Elaine, give me feedback on how you feel like that went and what sounds stylistically like a better fit for you when it comes to sales.
Well, this sounds more stylistically like how I would want to do it.
Okay.
It just because like it makes me feel like the feeling I get from it is just like this person's really trying to help me and not just trying to swindle me for my money.
Right.
If that like it sounds like there's like genuine like concern for like actual things, like proactively like thinking of objections ahead of time, and partnering them with them, and making it collaborative so they feel like they have a little bit more of a say in partnership with you. So that's something I really took out of it, in terms of that. Sorry, what was the other question?
No, that's it. Just give me
Oh, yeah.
feedback, honest feedback.
Yeah. I guess like just from my past experiences, like even though that I prefer this type of selling, like it makes me feel weird almost like hearing it your way, because I'm not like saying stuff like, oh well, like what will your wife say when you go home and you purchase $500 membership, and like, well, haven't you been thinking about this for like 20 years now? Or
Sure.
I'm not hearing some of those, which I'm used to in terms of hearing, or like in other like old sales role playing. So that would be something that I was a little bit surprised about, that like you're a head honcho guy and you didn't add some of those things in. But I'm not opposed to it. I think they, depending on the right person, those can be also fit in. But yeah, does that make sense?
No, it's perfect feedback, right? Like, yeah, things I could have done differently. Like, well, what would your wife say if you wanted to change your life? And would you think this is a great investment? And I probably could have asked for a credit card to secure the appointment slot if I really wanted to be. Yeah. But at the end of the day, you guys, it really is more meant to be like, it's meant to be from a place of I'm here to help you. And if you don't feel comfortable saying those tactics, Cody would have felt my inauthenticity when it comes to that, right? He's like, okay, well, now this guy's starting to like, we've all been on those calls before. This is the story I was going to tell you guys. I was looking into sales training for my team, just because I need to scale my time. And when we got into them selling me on their sales process, I knew the script they were walking me down, and it was pissing me off because I'm like, I know what you're doing and I don't trust you. Right. So we say it all the time when we're on the floor coaching. People are not going to remember what you say. They're going to remember how you made them feel, right? Most of the time. So my goal with Cody is to build trust quickly. If I wanted to add in those stylistic elements, I totally could. I just want to make sure it's coming from a place where I feel authentic about it and I'm not trying to pressure him into anything. Based on how Cody was giving me, like, in terms of just feedback, yeah, like I probably need to talk to my wife. We're going to bring her in here. I'm good to roll with that. If I know it's kind of like this knee-jerk reaction, like, oh my God, I need to talk to my wife, then I know I have him backed into a corner and he does not trust me at all. It doesn't matter what I say. He's not going to feel good about whatever comes out of my mouth because he knows I'm trying to back him into a corner. Does that make sense? Cool. Amanda, you want to roll? You want to role play?
Do I want to? Man, I don't know that I have the capacity for that, but we should make Todd role play. This is Todd. He's our gym owner.
Todd, do you want to role play?
Sure.
Let's do it, buddy. Okay. So this is how it's going to work. So now, Todd, you are the troublesome client. Cody is going to sell you, not sell you, you know what I mean? Do exactly what I did. And then I will be, or actually, no, let's do Sarah. Sarah, you're going to provide feedback to Cody. Okay.
Yep.
And Cody, I want you to do it the way you authentically would do this, and then we'll give feedback, okay?
Sounds good.
All right, guys, rock and roll.
Hey, Todd, how's it going? It's great to meet you.
Thank you. It's nice to meet you too. Doing well.
Hey, man, so what brings you in today? I saw you booked your concert. I'm going to restart. Yeah, so how's it going, Todd? Nice to meet you, man.
Yo, I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. So I saw you were interested in CrossFit Devotion, and I'm just curious, before we dive into anything else, is there anything that you have tried in the past, anything that you've done in the past before coming in today?
I've done, Planet Fitness is pretty much the only place I've been to and worked out. I've kind of like done some stuff here and there, but Planet Fitness is where I've been for like the last 5 years.
Okay. And then what have you liked about Planet Fitness over the last 5 years?
Well, it's very affordable. I could go whenever I want. It's sometimes you got to wait on the machines and stuff, but and they got like a bed you can roll,
All right.
like a massage therapy bed, and I don't know. It just seems like very easy to do. I'm just kind of like, I kind of like go sometimes and don't go as well though, is my issue.
Okay, so we're not showing up all the time like we should. And then Todd, what are you trying to make happen right now? Is this you trying to lose weight? You trying to build muscle? Or are we
Can you
trying?
take that box out of your car, please? Yeah, I put something in.
Todd, what's your number
Okay.
one goal with your health and your fitness right now? Are you trying to lose weight? Are we trying to build muscle? Are we trying to get some energy back? What are we trying to make happen, man?
Yeah, so basically I'm just trying to like be consistent.
Okay.
I do need to lose some weight, and I'm not really trying to like bulk up or anything like that. I just want to be consistent with my health.
Okay. Is there a certain amount of days a week you're aiming to come into the gym? 3, 4, 5, anything specific?
At least three days, possibly 4.
Okay. And then what's been keeping you from going to Planet Fitness those 3, 4 days a week?
Just life gets in the way. Like I'll get on a streak of going like 3 to 4 times a week, and then next thing you know, next week I won't go at all. So that's just like a big issue of mine.
Okay. Is it that we're running out of time? Is that we just forget about it? What's going on with that?
To be honest with you, I think I just get lazy.
Okay. And then Todd, so I'd love to help you out there. I think we can help you. I know we can help you out there. So with feeling lazy and having a hard time getting into the gym, you feel like you do better in a situation where you're working with a coach one-on-one? Do you feel like you'd be better in a group class environment? Where do you see yourself thriving, Todd?
Yeah, I think just having some kind of accountability, like if I did group classes, maybe meeting some people that would we could become friends, and they would they make me want to come to class a little more, maybe keep me accountable that way. Personal training, I don't think so much. I don't really like the attention to be all on me.
Okay. Hey, no worries. I think you do great in that team environment. Did you play sports growing up at all? Were you part of a team?
Yeah, I played football and soccer.
That makes perfect sense. So we do have a couple of different options I'd like to go over for you. Honestly, I'm just going to jump right to it. I think you'd be great for our starter package, and that is our 3 times a week deal. That's going to come with 12 classes throughout the month. So that's basically what we're looking for to start. You'd be going into a class setting where you're going to have a coach who's going to be there waiting for you. So they're going to hold you accountable. They're going to make sure you're coming to class. They'll check in with you and all that. But the cool thing about what we do at CrossFit Devotion is each of our classes has kind of a core group of people. And if they don't see you for a few days, you know who's knocking on your door, you know who's sending you text messages, that they're worried about you. They want you coming to the gym. So we could get you started today, Todd, for just $179 a month. And I think that'd be a great place for you to start. Get some accountability, have a team pushing you and giving you that motivation that you're looking for. How's that sounding?
It sounds great, and I'm kind of worried about how much it costs. $179. I've never spent anything like that as far as like for myself on fitness. You know, being at Planet Fitness, I only pay $10 to $20 a month.
Okay, yeah, no worries. I hear you loud and clear, Todd. But I also hear that you're struggling and you're not quite taking advantage of that Planet Fitness membership that you've been paying for. So honestly, man, I'd love to just get you in here for a free trial class, see how you like it, let you experience it firsthand. Is that something you'd be willing to do?
Is it high pressure sales?
No, man, if it's not for you and you don't like it, I've got a couple gyms in mind in the area that I feel like would be a perfect fit for you. So no pressure to sign up. I don't need a credit card. Honestly, we need to sign you a waiver and get you in class and then let you experience it. That would be how that would work. And if you don't like it, we'll go our separate ways. I'll point you in the right direction and we'll go from there.
Okay. Sounds good.
Awesome.
Okay. Good job, Cody. Good job, Todd. Todd, you're on deck to coach Elaine here. Okay. So,
Oh, Lordy.
okay. Sarah, let's give Cody some feedback.
Yeah, I think you do really well. He was in tune to you know, what his problems were, and he spoke to that, especially the accountability piece. He you know, I like that when he brought up the cost issue, I like that Cody kind of circled back to the fact that he wasn't, you know, using that Planet Fitness membership, so he's really not spending his money as well as he thought he was. So I like that quite a lot. I I don't do free trials myself, so I guess I can't really relate to that. I just feel like they're you know, and everybody does it differently, but nevertheless, I thought he did a really, really good job. And I guess that's pretty much all I have to add.
Okay. Cody, what would you have changed, if anything, about that conversation? We're playing it in your head.
I might have changed the order of the questions there. I might have started
Okay.
with 100% what he's looking for. I kind of realized that after I got started, like, oh no, we kind of skipped over that.
Sure.
And I'd probably find a way, if I could, to avoid the free trial. It's just navigating that gets a little bit murky. And I don't want to press him into, hey, I need a credit card. He's already, you know, he said it himself, he's already kind of wary of the high pressure sale. So I don't want to push him into, I need you to pay me money. But it is that catch-22 of, you know, I don't know if he's done CrossFit before, right? So it would be making sure that if we were going that route, we were picking a day that would be beginner friendly or having a different route for sure.
Now, how many people on this call, as soon as you heard Planet Fitness, you knew where this is going? We all did, right? I think Todd was like, "This is where I'm going to lead you today." This is where...
Todd's heard this a time or two.
Yeah.
So let's talk about it, you guys. Okay. Let's talk about this from a prescriptive approach, not a sales approach. Okay. In a perfect world, who does Planet Fitness work well for?
Beginners.
Who else? Well, actually, before we do that, Todd, why beginners?
Because they really don't know the value of going to a gym and working out. First of all, like around a group of people like CrossFit, they don't know the value of it.
No, so I guess, like, would a beginner get result? Because, like, let's be honest, guys, 99% of people coming through our door, what they're going to want is look good, feel good, and perform well. And when I say perform well, like, just feel like they can say yes to everything they want to say. Is a person walking into Planet Fitness who's a beginner what's the likelihood of them getting that?
Yeah, not
Zero.
Okay.
Not much at all.
Perfect. So then who would Planet Fitness serve really, really well in terms of giving them exactly what they want with the high probability?
Someone who's used to working out and getting results.
Beautiful, right? Someone who's figured this out. It's a lifestyle. I don't care about the lunk alarm. Let's go, right? Let's rock. Right? And then most of the time, you guys, when we're experiencing people coming from Planet Fitness, what is the thing that's not working for them?
Accountability.
Yeah,
They don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Don't know what to do.
Right. So Cody, if you're and your questioning was perfect because we were going down this road. It was like thinking about it from a doctor's perspective of like, okay, so you're going to Planet Fitness, you're doing this thing and it's not working. And you told me it's not working because you're like, to be honest with you, I just feel like I'm being lazy. Okay. I mean, like, you can easily follow and say, hey man, like, don't be too hard on yourself. Like this stuff can be, hard, confusing. We're all busy. Like, I totally get it. And so how you can unpack this, and then Todd, you and I could just go back and forth real quick. I'd be like, so Todd, you told me what you really like about Planet Fitness is that I put up my notes here, the amenities, the price point, it's easy to do, it's convenient. Tell me what's not working for you at Planet Fitness. What's not working well for you right now, Todd?
That I'm missing too many days. I'm not going and using the membership like I should. I'm not seeing any results because of that.
Do you feel like you're just in a season of life where just life is crazy busy right now? Or do you feel like there's maybe some motivation, accountability that we're maybe struggling with a little bit?
I'm going to say motivation, accountability. Yeah,
Totally
I
understand
think
that.
I need that.
Yeah, I've been doing this for a long time, and to be honest with you, like people are most successful when they get three things right. They find a fitness routine that is sustainable, enjoyable. They are coming up with healthy habits that address the other 23 hours of the day, and they're working with someone that can hold them accountable. Now, over time, you're going to get all of these things solved. I just think right now it sounds like you might need a little bit more coaching and accountability. Does that sound right to you?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Here's the trade-off. For that coaching and accountability, it will be more expensive than Planet Fitness, but I feel like it's going to address the actual problem that you have. Does that sound fair?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So like based on everything we talked about, I think you'd be a really, really good fit for our group coaching. Well, actually, let me say it differently. There's two paths we can take. We could do one-on-one personal training, okay? High accountability. It is expensive, and it doesn't quite sound like it would give you exactly what you need. I don't think you need that level of accountability. I just think you need to be a part of a group of people that are going to like be excited to be around, keep you excited, keep you motivated, but not so impersonal like you're going to get at Planet Fitness. I think the group fitness would work well for you. The personal training starts at $100 a session. The group fitness starts at $179 a month. Which one of those sounds like a better fit for you right now?
The month.
Okay, cool. So what I would like to do, just to confirm this, let's book an in-person consultation. I would love for you to actually kind of come in here. Let's meet. We'll talk about what the program entails, make sure it's a good fit for you. And if it is, we'll talk about next steps. How does that sound?
Sounds great.
Cool, man. Let's book that right now. Blah, 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 blah. Right? Cody, did you see like just the subtle difference there of just how I kind of like I really try to peel back the layers of what his actual thing was, but I presented it in a way where it's like, hey, look, man, if we're gonna need more coaching and accountability, just understand that it's gonna be more expensive. And I think Todd, like you're reasonable enough. You're like, yeah, dude, I get it. Like it's gonna be a little bit more intervention. And then you can, depending on how he presents, you can always price anchor against a higher ticket service. We could do personal training. That's the ultimate accountability. I will be standing here waiting for you. Right?
Yeah, I think that was my biggest takeaway from that was using that personal training to price anchor the group classes because it makes that sound so much more palatable at that point, and he's still getting the help he needs.
The other way to say it though is, let's say Todd was like, yeah, but like I have some chronic pain that needs to be addressed. I would be more of like, okay, dude, like you need high accountability, but I'm going to be honest with you. Like, I think we need to use personal training for like a few weeks to address this issue. And then we'll walk you. You know what I mean? There's a couple of different ways you can massage that. Okay. Okay.
100%.
Cool. Looks like Sarah dropped off. Todd, you are sales. Elaine, you are prospect. And then Cody, you give feedback. Okay. Let's do it.
It might get a little murky here because we got a lot of people about to walk in, but I'll do
All
my
good.
best. Who am I talking to?
Elaine.
You're talking to Elaine
Me.
here on the screen.
Hi, Elaine.
Hey,
Hi, Elaine. My name is Todd. Nice to meet you. How are you doing?
doing good. How are you?
Good. Yeah, I saw that you put your information in our system. I just wanted to talk to you, see if I can help guide you on where to go as far as your fitness, like what you're looking for. Can you tell me a
Okay.
little bit about yourself and like why you messaged our system?
Well, I mean, like I'm always thinking about losing weight. I just feel as if I used to be pretty fit and I haven't done anything in a really long time. I just need to do something. So
Okay, can you kind of tell me like what you've done in the past?
well, I guess I used to do sports growing up. I mean, it's been a really long time. Right now I'm just kind of walking, but I used to do like fitness classes or boot camps like here and there, but it's like COVID hit and everything just kind of like went out the window.
When was the last time that you worked out or had joined a place to work out?
I mean, gosh, a couple times, but I wouldn't say I actually used it. Like Planet Fitness and all of those places near me. I probably had a membership here. But like the last time I stepped in the gym was probably when I signed up, like
Okay,
2
how long
years
ago
ago.
was that?
Like 2 years ago.
2 years ago? And
Yeah.
from there on, you've been just kind of walking here and there?
Yeah, I'm just so busy. I have kids. It's like, where do I find the time? But I just feel like I just got to do it.
Okay. So I'm stuck here. Should I lead her to like at this point
Like prioritizing.
Hey,
guide me here.
Todd.
Yeah. Hold on.
No, you're good. Curious question. Cool. Elaine, that's awesome. Just out of curiosity, like, what was it about what we put out in the ecosystem that you found curious? Like, what are you curious about? What stood out to you? Elaine, what would you say?
Well, I saw a Facebook ad and then it made me look up reviews to your place.
Okay. Did we do okay? Were there 5 stars or what'd you see?
For the most part, yeah, I saw
Okay, good.
some happy words being said, and like I just haven't seen you guys, so I had no idea what you guys are all about.
Okay.
Still,
Cool.
yeah.
Todd, do you feel like you can take it from there?
No.
That's okay.
Sorry,
Awesome,
we
Elaine.
got
Yeah.
our
So,
lead here.
no, yeah. So everything that we do here, Todd, what's the name of your gym?
Raw Work CrossFit.
Walwork CrossFit. Okay. Everything we do here at Walwork CrossFit, you work with a coach. So like what we found in our community is people will see a lot more success when they're working with like a professional. So I just want to make sure that's something that you're interested in looking into.
I mean, definitely not opposed to it. I haven't done it before.
Cool. What are some of the things that you've done in the past that you've really enjoyed?
Well, I mean, I used to do sports, but I mean, like that ship has sailed, like team sports, soccer, or doing some tennis. Um, but yeah, that's probably the most I've enjoyed it.
Okay.
But like, I mean, I've done boot camps before. I stuck with those just like here and there, a couple weeks here and there.
And what have you tried in the past that you absolutely despise? You're like, I would never do that again. I'm not interested.
Yoga.
Okay.
I
What was it
actually
about yoga
I
that
know
you
it's
didn't like?
supposed to be Zen, but like, holy cow, that is boring.
Okay, cool. So it sounds like you're comfortable in teams. You like higher energy environments. We're not like meditating on a mountain, anything like that. And it
Yeah.
sounds like the big thing we just need to get you back into is a routine. Does that sound fair?
Yeah, I think so.
Todd, you want to take it from there?
Sure.
Okay, rock and roll, dude.
So I think you do. I think if you come in and we kind of like show you the place, give you a tour, and our group classes, it seems like a place that you would fit into. That it sounds like you need some accountability and meeting people. So would you be opposed to coming in and talking, hearing about what we have as far as memberships go?
Yeah, that sounds great. It just depends on when. Just have to cart kids around for all their sports and stuff.
Are you free tomorrow?
What time?
Either morning or afternoon.
I have a slot probably like after preschool pickup and before other school gets out, like at 1, I guess. I could maybe drop in then.
Okay, looking at my calendar, but does 11 o'clock work for you?
That's cutting it close to preschool time.
Okay.
Yeah.
I also have 1 o'clock.
Yes, 1 o'clock would probably work best.
Okay. We will see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, cut. Cody, give feedback to Todd. Good job, Todd.
I really liked the initial line of questioning. I thought we were on the right track there.
I just got lost.
Dude, I get it. I get lost all the time, and especially in these. I feel like these right here, these role plays are a lot harder than the actual consults sometimes.
Yeah.
I think I might have changed the line of questioning though, or changed the wording when asking her if she could come by. I might pose it as, "Hey, is it completely ridiculous to have you come by the gym, check out a class? We could sit down, we could talk about different options for memberships."
Like that.
And I might have had already some options ready. Hey, what's tomorrow looking like for you? And if tomorrow's not working for you, what's the next best day? And then same thing with the times, like, hey, I have an 11 a.m. and I have a 1 p.m. tomorrow. Which one of those works better for you? Just so we already have that set up and we have a couple different options ready to go. But outside of that, I thought it was solid.
Nice, you guys. Okay. Before we let Elaine sell me and Todd give feedback, a couple of things I want you guys to take away. So when I talk about like the consultation, the easiest way to build trust is how you pre-frame the conversation that's about to happen. So you guys remember when I was going through it and I said, hey, look, I use these consultations to better understand what you need to make sure we're a good fit for you. Right? It lowers that pressure of like, I'm here to sell you today. It's like, no, I'm here to listen to you and be honest with you about whether or not I can actually help you. And if I can, let's talk about it. If I can't, I'm going to make a referral. Does that sound good? Just brings the pressure down a little bit. The other thing I want you guys to remember too is give people options. People like to buy, they don't like to be sold. So if I was talking to Elaine, I'd be like, Elaine, you guys have heard me say this multiple times now. There's two ways that we can go. There's two roads that we can go down that I think are going to work well for you. One is to start with a personal trainer. Here's all the benefits of that. Here's the cost of that, whatever. The other road that we can go down is going into our large group sessions because I think you're a former athlete. I think you're naturally going to be highly successful in there. I just want to make sure it's not too much for you too quickly. So I'd love for you to come in. Let's do a quick assessment and just figure out what's the best solution for you. How does that sound? If Elaine was like, okay, cool, like I can come in. Okay, cool. Morning or afternoon? Afternoon. Okay, 1 or 3. Make it very simple for them to make decisions. Like, don't keep it open-ended like this or this. Just get to the point, right? Does that make sense, you guys? Comes off like more like, hey, like I'm here to help you and I'm giving you options. I'm not going to corner you into making a decision, right? All right, Elaine, I'm going to be the troublesome client. I got to figure out which what pain in the ass do I want to be today? No, I'm kidding. No, we'll do this, and then Todd, you're gonna give feedback, okay?
Sure.
Okay. When you're ready, Elaine.
Okay, well, to preface it, is this a phone call or are you coming to meet me in person?
How do you do your sales process?
I usually have them already come meet in person.
All right, I'm here in front of you.
Okay. Hey, Tommy, how's it going?
Good, Elaine, how are you?
Good. You find us okay?
I did. Yeah, your directions were super clear. No problems there.
Awesome. I'm super glad about that. Well, usually when I invite somebody in, I like to give you on a tour of the gym, but ultimately my main goal here is to get to know you better, just to see if you'd be a good fit. So, does that sound cool?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Cool. Well, Tommy, I know you booked a consultation with me. What made you want to reach out now?
Yeah, I saw a Facebook ad about like a men fit over 40 type deal, and I was just kind of interested in learning more about that.
Hey, I completely understand. I love that. So my assumption is like you're over 40.
Correct. Isn't that
Perfect.
gray in his
So,
beard? Yes. Yeah.
tell me a little bit about your support system.
Yeah, so I mean, like, married, 3 kids. I've been out of the workout regimen now for 5 or 6 years as I've been focusing on my family and my career. And I'm not getting any younger, and I know I need to address my health. I don't feel good in my body right now. I don't like how I look. So yeah, I'm really just kind of looking for help.
Okay. Okay. Thank you for being honest with me about that too. I know that can be kind of hard to tell people what you're struggling with. So you said you've been out of the game for 5 or 6 years. What were you doing before?
I mean, last time I was working out, I was at LA Fitness, just doing like a basic bodybuilding split, backs and
Okay.
thighs, upper lower, stuff like that.
Okay. And then anything else? Like what was any other workout history that you have?
I mean, I played some sports in college. Yeah, that was the last time I played organized sports. I played rugby in school, and that's about it.
Okay. And then what did you really like about your routine before and what didn't you?
I just like how I felt. It kind of kept my natural rhythm in place every single day. It just felt good to have that consistency. And then I really like weight training. You can't catch me like doing a half marathon or anything like that. Like I love weightlifting in general. That's kind of like what my jam has been up until now. So yeah, that's it.
Okay. Okay. Now, couple more things here really quick, Tommy. If you had to say right now, like what was missing or what you would be struggling with the most, is it like the nutrition? Is it the accountability, the motivation, or just kind of a little combo of everything?
Um, Honestly, it's just kind of the motivation. Like it doesn't sound exciting to go back and do what I was originally doing. I need to change it up and do something different. I just don't know what that is.
Okay. Well, first I gotta say I empathize a little bit with that. Like as a former athlete, like do you tell me if you can empathize with this or not? Like feeling as if you remember where you were versus where you're at now.
Yeah, I played that comparison
Yeah.
quite a bit. Yeah.
Okay. I definitely think we could help you. We get a lot of men who come in through our doors here at Club Ignite, who kind of struggle just getting the ball rolling, getting their confidence back. And I think we would be a really good fit for you. So tell me really quick, what do you think sounds best to you? Do you think one-on-one training, or do you think group fitness, or do you like what tends to motivate you the most?
I'm not sure actually. I'm not sure what I need right now.
Okay. Well, I do have some suggestions just based off of our conversation here. I do feel as if a lot of people in the same stage as you, Tommy, feel as if there's two options that tend to get the best results right from the start. So first option here, which I think would be really fantastic for you, just to help your motivation going, your accountability, and just kind of get the ball rolling into what works best for your body, I think would be one of our personal training packages here. So I would recommend at least one time a week, personal training with one of our trainers here. That's usually $3.99 a month. And that would also give you access to our group fitness classes. So you kind of get a little bit of best of both worlds. And we do have another option where, like, if you feel as if that you do better with like partners, you want a little bit more of a camaraderie aspect, we also have our semi-private personal training packages, which are $2.99 a month. Which one sounds like it might be better for you?
I think the semi-private sounds like a better fit just based on how you said it, how you described it.
Okay. Okay. Well, if that's a good fit for you, one thing that we could get going for you, Tommy, is scheduling that out. What we usually do is start you off with a fitness assessment and just to see like where we're at, so we're able to channel like how you move, if there's any mobility issues, where your strengths, your weaknesses are, and then we could get you set up with your trainer who can help come up with a plan that will best suit you in your goals to make sure this is enjoyable. They'll help hold you accountable, and help you feel confident going forward. Does that sound fair?
Uh, yeah, that sounds fair.
Okay, awesome. Let's see. I have Cody available tomorrow at 5 p.m. Does that sound like a good time for you?
Is he a good-looking guy? Does he know what he's talking about?
Yeah, he knows what he's talking about, definitely. I've had a lot of really happy clients.
Okay, cool. Looking forward to working
Yeah.
with Cody.
Cool.
Awesome. All right. Good job, Elaine. Cut. Todd, feedback.
You're on mute.
Okay, there we go. She had me sold. I thought she was great.
Cool.
Very motherly. I want to come to your gym.
Elaine, did that sound authentic to you? Do you feel comfortable talking like that? Or where did you feel pressure? Where did the friction come in for you?
Well, I'll be honest. We mostly have women come through my doors, and so and a lot more cardio machines through our doors. So
nice.
it was like as soon as you popped in, I was just like, oh well, like usually not a demographic doesn't mean we can't help, but it is one of those scenarios where so that immediately made it feel less authentic just because you're not my demographic usually. Like
I should have asked that
however,
question beforehand, Elaine. I
yeah,
apologize.
no, it's okay. I mean, they come in anyway, so it's not. So that's where that part was at. Sometime I felt as if I got a little bit rambly with like the questions because like the get to know you questions at the beginning, and I didn't feel very organized in terms of like when I shot those out here and there, but I would say that that is pretty close to what I would usually do, except I have a pricing sheet where I'll point to the ones that tend to work
Sure.
better.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Not a problem, you guys. So like homework for everybody, like as you guys do this more and more, I'll share a script. I already sent it to Jake at Devotion. I'll share a script with you guys. And I want you guys to take it as a framework, not as like a read this verbatim. Like, and I want you guys to massage it because there's a couple pieces in there, and I want you guys just to practice because the more reps you guys get, the more you can expect in terms of objections. Like I kind of joked, like as soon as I heard Planet Fitness, I know exactly where this conversation's going, and I had it a million times. if it's I'm a 45-year-old woman and I've been out of this before, like you can kind of expect where these conversations are going to go. So I'm going to send that to you guys. But honestly, everyone on this call did a really good job. You guys just need more reps. You just need practice. So like, it's okay to do this. If you guys notice that you're on our coaching calls, me, Amy, or Dave, and there's the same objections where you guys are getting stuck, let us know and let's work through it. And so you guys feel good about like being able to like navigate those objections. But it has to be authentically you. That's the point. I can't ask you to sell a certain way, Elaine, if you're like, yeah, that's not who I am. It's not, I'm gonna feel it when you say it to me. I'm gonna be like, nope, she's full of shit. She's pulling out her sales training 101, right? So does that make sense, you guys?
Yeah.
We still got 5 minutes. Any closing thoughts? Cody, anything?
First off, she absolutely killed that. I like the line of questioning there. She had me sold. So, and a little dig at me there, like nothing about me being good looking. Just, oh, he's a good trainer. I saw that.
He kind of knows what he's talking about. He'll be fine. Yeah, it's cool. Cool. Todd, any closing thoughts, man? Anything you specific takeaways? Anything that you're going to implement immediately? Anything that I can help you with?
No, I love when I was that first time you went through the questioning and was talking, like it really kind of like opened my eyes a little bit. I feel like I kind of naturally do that, but when we are doing it like this, like as far as like role playing, it's a little bit difficult for me. I don't know what it is, but like naturally when someone walks through the door talking to someone on the phone, it feels much different.
Yeah. Yeah, no, totally. I think like because we all know why we're here and you got like 3 sets of eyeballs on you and all that stuff, like I get it. But if you can do it here and do it well, like by the time you get in front of somebody, it's going to be second nature. You're just going to be talking to them like they're a person. They're like, hey, I'm not here to sell you. Let's just figure out if I can help you.
Yeah, no, it's great. I totally appreciate it.
Yeah. Awesome, man. Elaine, any closing thoughts? Anything I can help you, support you with?
Thoughts that come through my brain immediately are those who feel kind of insecure at the very end. Like, what are your thoughts in terms of asking them to commit and then like letting them try it out for a week where it kind of gives them a bailout? Does that make sense? Like, hey,
When you say
Tommy, like,
insecure, what do you mean? Like walk me through it.
well, I
Actually, no,
mean, like,
let's just work through it. So hey, okay, Elaine, so like yeah, it sounds like you'd be great for our women's only Ignite Fitness program. Here's the price. Are you ready to go?
gosh, I want to, but like this is terrifying to me.
Okay. Tell me a little bit
Yeah.
about that. Tell me more.
Well, like, I mean, it's been ages since I've worked out. I have no idea where I'm at. Like, what if I can't keep up? Like, I really want results, but I have no idea. Like,
Yeah.
like if I like it. I mean, like, it's a lot of money. I never spent money on myself. Like, all usually goes to my kids, yada yada.
Makes sense, Elaine. I'll tell you what. So here's the good news. Most of the women in this studio started exactly where you're at right now. So here's what we can do. I want you to come try a session completely free. And the thing that I'm going to ask you or follow up with you afterwards is, do you feel comfortable in this environment? And if you do, then we can move forward if you feel like you can be successful in here. If not, no hard feelings. I could probably refer you to maybe a smaller group of people, whether it's semi-private training or one-on-one training. Maybe that's something that we start with. How does that sound?
Yeah, that would make me feel a lot better.
Cool. And what I'm going to do too is tomorrow you're going to be with Cody. Cody's going to be leading you through. I'm just going to give him a heads up and to make sure like he knows who he's expecting you. He'll be ready for you. He'll make sure you know exactly where to go, exactly how the program's going to go, just so you don't feel like a fish out of water. Does that sound okay?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Cool. Awesome. Then let's rock and roll. So let me get your waiver set up, account set up, and then the goal for tomorrow is just to make sure you feel good in here. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
What
Thank you.
What do you think?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay.
I'll give it a go.
Sorry, Elaine. What do you think?
Sorry. It sounds good. I was more curious in terms of like, because I get a lot of like it's once again, it's mostly women that come through and like they're so terrified of investing in themselves. And like what I've done in the past is just like, this is what I'll say, just like, let's reserve your spot because I want to make sure that like you realize that you're worth investing in yourself. But like, let's say after 1 week, like reserve your spot, meaning like, let's get like a payment. But after 1 week, if it's not working, I'll just refund all of it. Like, is that like too salesy, or is that like, is it something
No.
that you think would be more beneficial, like to do it the other way?
No, I think that's totally fine as long as like Jake and the team are cool with that. I think that's fine. I think that's totally fine. You're
Okay.
just making less barrier to entry for them to say, hey, like, look, let's just make sure this is a great fit. And if it's not a good fit, I'll refund you your money at the end of the week. How's that sound? Problem you just got to be aware of, and just I'm sure you guys have metrics around this, is they have to have some sort of skin in the game. So as long as you're charging them something, right? 'Cause if they're like, well, I showed up once during the week and it's not a good fit for me, it's like, well, because you came once, right? So as long as there's some sort of skin in the game, I think that's totally fine. And as long as you feel like they're genuinely not going to hurt themselves in that environment. Yeah. Totally fine. I like exactly what you said. I felt comfortable. Felt good. Cool, guys. All right. It's 2:30. I'll let you guys rock and roll. If you guys need anything, message me in Slack, okay? Good job today, guys. Later.